the big squeeze. That is the tariffs. The tariffs are squeezing American citizens, but also foreign nationals that want to export into the United States. In fact, a lot of them are saying, sod you, we're not going to do it anymore. Too much bloody paperwork, too many costs, too many tariffs. Our importers in the United States are saying, well, unfortunately, people aren't buying so much shit because it's become more expensive. And those companies abroad are saying, well, we're not going to suck up the tariffs. We still want our money for our products. You're going to have to pay. So the tariffs, obviously, they ripple on through to the citizens of the United States. And eventually they end up having to pay the tariffs. But you see, the tariffs are bringing in $50 billion monthly. According to the Treasury, yeah. $50 billion have been brought into the country. No, not. The money's already fucking there. It's already in the United States because it's your money, because you're paying it. You're just paying another tax to the Treasury. That you are. In the form of these tariffs, in some case, doubling the price of the products. Like sofas, for instance. So stupid, it really is. It's all about distractions. We've got to remind people, about the Epstein files. We must keep reminding people about the files. We want to see the files. Release the Kraken. Release the files. That you must. You see, the thing about tariffs, it is a regressive tax. It's not a positive tax. It doesn't provide you with anything because that money ain't getting you better health care, or any health care coming to that matter, is it? It's not filling in the potholes in the roads. No! It's building Donny a fucking ballroom, for Christ's sake. A bloody ballroom. And a concrete rose garden. And a flagpole. ×2. Oh yeah, and a jet. Let's not forget about that. Yeah, refurbing the jet, the Qatar jet. Yeah, it is. And now you're going to be paying for their defence as well. You know how it goes. Oh dear me! I thought you hated the United Nations, and now you're going to be handing a shitload of money for defence of Saudi Arab Emirates. Do you realise how idiotic this all sounds to the layman? It sounds pretty idiotic to me. Because businesses, individuals who are suffering, we're seeing increases in inflation, core inflation, food inflation, etc. Pushing up the costs of absolutely everything. And when you get inflation, do you ever see anything come down in price when inflation comes down? No, it stays stagnant. It just means it's not growing anymore. It doesn't make your food any cheaper. You've got to have deflation for that. It's got to go the other way. It's got to be the minuses. But no, it'll always be in the positives. So you're always going to be paying more. You're going to be squeezed. And, his regressive tax policies by the fucking Orange von Schitzenpanzen in the White House should be called what they are. They should be called the big squeeze. That they should. After all, they're all little titty babies, aren't they? Suckling on their own mothers', nipples. Have a bit of a lactating booby, if you know what I mean. You know how it goes, They're the kind of people, they see the cows in the field, they'll be lying underneath them. They will. Maybe it's after they're finished with the sheep. I don't know what they're doing, but you know what these people are? They are the weirdest, most unorthodox, evil, crazy people with their little red hats. They're the closet gays as well. The closet gays that hate on the gays. Work that one out. Oh yeah, because they're closet and they're ashamed. Well, just be yourself. Come out. Share your gayness with the world. We need more gayness, quite frankly. You shouldn't have to be shunned. No. People respect you more if you're just open and honest. But no, not this lot. What they'll do is they'll hide their gayness under their little red hats. That they will. Well, you see, like I said, it is the big squeeze. And it is. Trump's tax policies are crippling everybody. We've got people going to food banks, waiting in, well, they're kind of outside open air food banks, waiting in queues. And they've got cars that, quite frankly, are a few years old, and yet they can't afford food. That's how bad it's got. A lot of these people have lost their jobs because of a Doge. Has a knock-on effect, because if they don't buy anything because they can't afford to, well then somebody else next to them is affected by it, because their business suffers because no one's buying their shit, and they end up in the same boat. You see, the whole thing ends up well, it's like a disease. It's like a virus, just replicates. Touches every person in society, whether you've got your little red hat or not. Anyway, just bear thought for the closet gays and, in MAGA, your so-called Christian Republicans and that, they're all closet gays. Just got to point that out to you, including, apparently, Mike Johnson, he likes to spend a bit of time and grind, and then you got him with the giant ears, Dumbo, what's his name, Marco Rubio, he likes a bit of an old foaming party with a load of, naked men. Here it goes. Oh, dear me, he got arrested, he did, for illegal activity in the park, gayness in the park, they're all closets that they are. Just be open and honest. Be honest with yourselves. Come out, you little MAGA hats. Yes. Anyway, please beat the like button. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Little bell icon so you get one fuzzy thing in your pocket every time I upload another video. And I need a bloody drink. Oh God, I might make myself a coffee in my very beautiful Canadian mug. That's probably made in China or somewhere. But anyway, whatever. Toodaloo.